I bought the Value Glitter Iron-On from Cricut. So let's try it out. Hi, and welcome back to my craft room. My name is Kelsey. I also call myself Dinosaur Mama. And today we are trying out the Glitter Iron-On Value Vinyl. So Cricut has released a series of Value Iron-Ons as well as Value Adhesive Vinyl. I have tried all of them now. And this one was an interesting pick, and we're gonna go over why. I will just say overall, I'm skeptical about it, and you'll see why throughout the video. I did end up making a shirt, which I will show you. And I do want to mention that this week I made some free SVG files. They are monogram frames that you can download to make your own monograms. I also have in here down below a Monogram Maker. If you do not pay for Cricut Access, it's linked down below. It's called Make Monogram. It is a free online monogram maker. So that is super helpful. That's how I made my monogram. With that being said, let's jump over. Let's look at the price of this. Let's look at how to set it up in Cricut Design Space, and let's just do a full test of Cricut Value Vinyl. So you'll see I did order this on May 20th. It's just taking me a minute to get this out. And the sampler only comes in the small pack. The rainbow sampler is their Value Iron-On for solid colors. So for the Value Glitter Iron-On, it's only 6 sheets. It is $14, and they are not 12 by 12 sheets. So just keep that in mind. So the total price per sheet, if we round up to about $14, it's gonna be a little more with tax. It comes out to about $2.33 a sheet. I would say closer to about $2.50 after tax, depending on, where you live and everything. So again, it's not a 12 by 12 sheet. It's a 10 by 12 sheet, which if we broke it down to square inches, it's 120 inches per sheet, square inches per sheet. It's 6 sheets. So it's 720 inches of product for about $14, which comes out to about 2 cents per inch. Now, if we go over to their regular vinyl, which is also a 6-pack, it does have a 25% coupon. So there is that. And this is on Amazon. I'm not shopping on their website, which if you have Cricut Access, it might be a little bit cheaper, that whole shebang. But for this one, it's $28. And then let's put on that 25% coupon, would bring it down to $21. And so that is 6 sheets. So if we did it with the 6 sheets, it comes out to about $3.50 a sheet. But if we did it by inches, which is 12 by 12, is 864 inches of product for $21, which comes out to about about 2.5 cents. It's really not that big of a price difference. Now, obviously we're getting down to the nitty gritty there. I don't really understand why it's a different, what they say is different. I mean, it says outlast multiple washes. It doesn't give you the amount of washes here. It has stayed that same price since it's been released. I have an app on here that shows me different compared prices. Let's look at the compared prices here. You'll see it goes up and down. At one point, the regular glitter iron-on vinyl was $14 for the roll on Amazon for the 6 sheets. So you really should be checking that as well. Right now it's so high. Look at it, went up to $33. That's crazy to me. Overall, do I think it's worth it? Not if you can get the same thing for $14 and get bigger sheets. So I don't really think it's much of a value, in my honest opinion. So I am on makemonogram.com. This is a free website to make monograms, obviously. So all you do up here is type in your letters. I'm going to use KPS. And then you can choose your monogram. Now, some of them already have borders. Some of them don't. So totally up to you on what one you want to use. I'm going to go with this classic one right up front. This one. It does not have the border. You'll see up top. That's what it's going to look like. I'm going to select frame after. So they do have frames for you to use. And then I created some free ones as well. So you can just hit no frame and then hit download. And then you can download as an SVG, a PNG, or a PDF. So you can do whichever one you want. And you do have to log in and create a free membership, but it is free. So no problem there. So let's go ahead and download this. All right, so I'm going to download my SVG. And now I've already uploaded my free frame SVG files, and I'm going to upload that free monogram that I just made. And there is my free monogram. It is an SVG file. So if you go, each letter is its own cut, which is so nice. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make this a little bit smaller. And then you can also go in here, and all of my frames are in one SVG file, and you can just delete the ones that you don't want. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all these. I'm going to go with this one in the corner. And I'm going to resize my monogram to fit inside of my frame. And now you can go align and center. That looks perfect. Now what you can do is, of course, keep your monogram a separate color from the frame, whatever you want to do. I am going to go ahead and weld mine though, because I want it to all be one. And then you can make it as big or as small as you want. Now again, I am going to be using the glitter value vinyl. That's what this whole video is about. And so I do want to show you it and see how thin it is, how it presses. And I'll just go ahead, I'll put this on a shirt just so we could test it out. And I'm not going to do a cut on their old glitter vinyl. I don't think we need to see both of them cut. You can just see kind of how this one does. So once you go ahead and you hit make, you can mirror now, or they do have auto mirroring now. So I'll show you that. So I'm going to hit continue. And I want to see if they have a setting in this already for the glitter value vinyl. Okay, so to find it, you would go to browse all materials. I'm just going to type in value, and they do have the glitter value iron on already in here. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. It mirrored it automatically, as you see on the top. And I'm going to leave the pressure the way it's supposed to be, and obviously use the fine point blade. So I'm going to use it with the settings that they say, and I'm going to test it to see if it actually weeded properly. And I will show you that in the first go. So everything's set up. I'm going to go ahead and set up my mat and send it over to be cut. So the pack that came on Amazon comes with 6 sheets. They are 10 by 12 again. You get pink, red, white, black, silver, and gold. So it is a good variety. Again, this pack was $14. So I don't think it's the best price, but you know, whatever, to each their own. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use silver for this. So to place it down, you're going to want to put that shiny side, the protective layer, down onto the mat, and you'll put the matte side to be cut facing up. That's why we need to mirror it, because we are going to be flipping it over when we go and press it onto our shirt. So I'm just using my brayer here to place it on. So my Cricut Maker 4 took about 2 minutes in total to cut out the monogram. I did leave the settings as is, and then I did a test weed to see if it cut through, and in my test weed it pulled up fine, but you'll see in a second how I feel about the weeding. So of course, first thing, it's very hard to see where you cut. You can definitely use like the powder method and put some powder onto it if you feel like that would be easier for you to see. I just kind of leaned it into the light so I could see. The weeding started off fine. I just had some struggle getting it to where I could get the edge off. And it started out fine. It was weeding okay. But then when it came to really towards the end, I really struggled with keeping the pieces that I needed to keep onto the backing. Now, I don't know if this was a cutting issue, which, like I said, it was fine when I tested it before I pulled the whole thing off, or if it's not attached to the backing enough. I don't really know, but that's the one thing I would say. It did definitely peel up some of the parts that I didn't want to be peeled up as I was weeding. So here, for example, when I started to get to the monogram, the S started to peel up with the rest of it rather than just weeding out really nicely. And so I had to be really careful so I didn't peel up the entire letter. You can always just place it back down. Like, it's not the end of the world, but it just didn't weed as cleanly as I would have liked it to, using the setting that they made for their vinyl. So for my pressing, I did use a Teflon sheet. I am pressing with my mini press at 330 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds, which is recommended by Cricut. So I did go onto the website and check that out. That is what they say for the glitter value. Iron on, 30 seconds, 330. My press pretty much went over the whole thing, so I did move it around a little bit, but it peeled nicely. It's not super thick. Overall, I think it looks fine. It's just the weeding is a bit wonky, and I guess the price is just not it for me. So my end feeling on this is that it's fine, I guess, for glitter vinyl, but I don't really see the value in it. And that is my final say. Overall, I just feel like the price of it isn't that great of a deal. I feel that the quality of it is still just Cricut glitter vinyl. You saw when I was weeding it, it started peeling up off of the carrier sheet. And I did use their setting, so that's that. I mean, I guess I could have cut it twice, but overall, I won't be buying it again. So there is that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It helps me so much. Subscribe to my channel for new crafty videos and share this with one of your friends who is thinking about getting glitter vinyl, but maybe they shouldn't. I will see you soon in my craft room and stay crafty.